Meet Gary. His job is to give sick and orphaned kangaroos a second chance at life. The kangaroos live with Gary on his farm in an enclosure that is connected to his house until the day they are ready to be released into the wild. But recently, Gary's unique family life has become even more complicated as he has taken on a whole new bunch of animal characters. Gary's got a lot to learn about the chaotic side of raising emus.
Me bloody ear.
I got it. It's early morning at Whitegum Farm, and one very special roo gets to spend his morning relaxing in the sun.
Thumper, the kangaroo down here to my left, we got him when he was just out of pinky stage, so had a little bit of fur. So see, he was on 4-hour bottle feeds and lived inside the house for about a year. So it was quite a big effort to bring him back. He nearly died in the first week a number of times.
Unfortunately, not all kangaroos are as lucky as Thumper.
We had a rescued kangaroo, Griff was his name, and he used to live in the enclosure here. And then one day I saw him lying down in the corner of the enclosure. What's going on down there? So I went down to see him, and he was in a bit of a ball. He wasn't in a very good way. Lifted him up. He was quite a heavy kangaroo, chucked him in the back of the car and raced him into town as quick as I could to the vets. And he died in the vet's arms in there, and the diagnosis was he was bitten by a snake. So because he was such a loving and friendly kangaroo, obviously that he wasn't scared by snakes. So yeah, it was a very sad story to bring a kangaroo up to nearly an adult and then bitten by a snake and died. Every morning now and every evening when we feed our kangaroos, and especially Thumper, the hand-reared one, he's definitely returning the love we've put into him over the years. So he'll sit with me on the couch, and he's just totally trusting of what we do. So the love you get back from the effort you put in, it's always a very rewarding thing, and I think most carers would say the same thing. It's all about the love.
Not too far away, Lynn Powell works with Gary in rehabilitating kangaroos, and she has over 20 orphan kangaroos living in her backyard, many of whom are suffering from eye diseases or fractured limbs.
She's got a plate in her foot there, because her foot was broken in here somehow.
Lynn does her best to treat her injured pets in the small enclosures she has, and even with these restraints, she still thoroughly enjoys this lifestyle.
It's really hard to describe to someone who doesn't have a lot to do with animals, or with kangaroos in particular, but they are just so gentle and so loving, and they give you back so much. And every single one of them has a different personality. They are all so different, but yeah, I mean, just look at those little faces. Look at that little face.
After recently receiving 3 new joeys, Lynn gets to continue her passion for wildlife caring for a little bit longer.
Sometimes you get up and you think, oh no, not another day of feeding, but then I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have them. I guess there'll come a time when I won't be able to do it anymore. But hopefully there'll be someone else who can take over from me by then.
Back at Whitegum, Gary's dealing with the daily struggles of raising an indoor kangaroo.
Kangaroo caring and wildlife caring in general can be a pretty hard job because it does take a lot of your time, especially when we're down to 3 hourly feeds during the night. Anyone that's got little children will know that that happens. With kangaroos, you've just got to keep doing it. They don't squeal and let you know if you do something wrong. They just generally turn up and die. So you've got to do everything right and put the time and effort in. Down, boy. Down. Come on. Be a good boy. And at the end of the day, it pays off because you see them grow. This is a completely wild one. This one, we never brought this one up. And with a lot of the rescued ones that we rescue, we become a release centre and we release them into our bush up here, and they've got a lovely life. They can become a wild animal again, and they can come in and get feed if they need it. They've got water if they need it, and they can just be a kangaroo in a safe environment.